All right, this is Rodney. I'm on the Peninsula in Long Beach, California. Today is Friday, August 14th, 2026. It's about 10:40 in the morning. I'm here on the Bayshore side of the peninsula between 59th place and 60th place. This is where there's this large, significant erosion area, this typical erosion area, as I'm calling it. And what I've been particularly focused on is the erosion of the beach. I call this the beach because it is above the high tide water mark. This patch of beach is the only patch of beach that exists from on the Bayshore side from 55th place all the way up to beyond the marina that's at 63rd place up to 65th place. So from 55th place at the base of the peninsula all the way to 65th place, where the seawall ends, the only significant patch of beach is right here. And what we have seen over the last several days is that this patch of beach has been eroded eastward down the seawall very aggressively. So on Tuesday, August 11th, the beach was here and it was level all the way out to here. Um, so that was Tuesday afternoon, August 11th. And then Wednesday, August 12th in the morning, it had been eroded away just in one night back to here. And then on Thursday morning, it was back to here, the 13th, and it eroded this much the night before. And and then I laid this mark down yesterday on Thursday the 13th, and the beach held up here at the dry, high and dry sand level. However, yesterday, this sand underneath actually came out in a formation kind of at an angle here and met with this sand down here. So last night, the high tide came up lower. I can still see chalk marks around here. So it looks like the high tide, even with some wave action, was down here. Maybe the wave action kind of looks like maybe it came up to here or maybe even to here at times. But and that of course makes sense because now we see this scarping actually that comes down here. And so from about here down, it began to scarp away all the sand that was piled up here and it just moved it out last night. So with the lower high tide now, because on Tuesday the 11th, where that far mark is, that night was the high tide for the month of August. And then, of course, on Wednesday, it was still relatively high, but by Thursday night, it had come down quite significantly. And with the wave action, the wave energy was only reaching up to about here on the wall, where on Tuesday night, the wave action was reaching within 3 inches of the top of the wall, and I even saw evidence that it splashed over a few times, so even reaching the top of the wall, the wave action, not the sea level. But now this lower level we have this lower level of high tide coming in, and now it's scarping away at the base of the sand that's underneath the beach. And so this is very hollow right here. So this is going to become unstable, and then this will collapse the beach back a little bit further, even when the tide is lower on a night by night basis. So we'll keep an eye on that for the time being. That is it.